What do you hope people learn from this show, from watching you and watching the show, about you guys?
I mean, truthfully, I think people will see that how we really are together as a couple. I think they've been fed a story by the media and by the tabloids of a couple who is always in distress or in turmoil, and that's so far from the truth. And so I think what people will get out of it is, oh my gosh, first off, they're normal, and my wife really doesn't have an eating disorder, and she's not an alcoholic, and she's not pregnant right now.
That was going to be one of my questions,
yes,
because I'm pretty sure every
know.
time you pick up a magazine, you're pregnant.
I know. I've had like tons of children by now. I feel like it's entertainment, and we wanted to make a show that was obviously all us and our personality and comedy. I mean, I think that's how Eddie and I are together anyway, so that really came to the forefront of the show. I think people will, like he said, get a sense of normalcy. They will get authentically, who we are. It's not about fighting and drama and all of that stuff. I mean, we really went out to make a completely different show.
And where did you say no to the cameras? Is there anywhere they weren't allowed to go or be around, anything they weren't allowed to be around for?
I mean, really the only thing that we said was that our children were not going to be a part of the show.
Yeah. Okay.
That they were completely off limits. My ex-wife wanted the kids on the show that she's doing, and I just thought that it was inappropriate. There was no need for it, and so even though our show is completely different in tone, I just felt that there's no need for them to be on our show either.
And we discussed them. I mean, obviously, we can't go through our lives and show, open up ourselves without discussing the kids or his ex-wife, and but we do it in a very lighthearted way. Nothing that we're saying is untrue. I mean, it's all true, and we didn't set out to hurt anyone or get back at anyone. But how can you talk about our lives without talking about a main part of it?
And I know that you love being a stepmom, and that's obviously why people I think people just want to see what the kids are going to look like, because if you guys are going to have kids, they're going to be pretty ridiculously beautiful.
I hope so.
So when is this happening? Are we going to see this happen on the show? Are we going to see you talking about it on the show?
Yeah, we go through baby stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I always wanted kids, but it was like, okay, well, when do I make that transition over into having more time, family time? And I think I've just now started to find a balance, which is good, and I think I need to hang in that balance for a little bit longer before it goes whoop. So we do often talk about it. We do some days let's go for it, and then other days we're like, no.
I mean, we're always going for it.
Yeah.
Good, you're practicing.
Yeah.
That's good to know.